Hi. Yes, it's me again. I'm back. I could have made one long video, but I decided to break it up into two videos. And here I am with the breaking news. Scotland Yard is now launching an investigation into Prince Charles's charities. Now, I, for one, as you will know, applaud this and feel it is about bloody time. The police released a statement saying that they had now launched an investigation in allegations of offences under the Honours or Prevention of Abuses Act 1925. This comes after a special inquiry team has conducted the assessment process, and Dame Cressida Dick said in December that the police had not opened an investigation. However, now, days after Dame Cressida resigned from her role as commissioner, it is said that the assessment determined that an investigation was warranted and will commence. As you will recall, this refers to Charles's charity and a specific Dr. Bin Mahfouz, who received a CBE and citizenship after making significant donations to Charles's charity. Although Clarence House sticks to their previous statement saying that the Prince of Wales had no knowledge of the offer of money and citizenship, you also know my opinion in this regard. And my opinion is contained in the following. The Prince is president of the foundation, and although he obviously have managers and CEOs running the daily operation, I cannot imagine how he could plead ignorance, as he met Mahfouz several times. You can go and watch or re-watch my other videos on the same matters if you need the finer details, photo evidence, etc. However, I have been doing a lot of research over the past few weeks, and although I have previously spoken about other similar stories involving Charles and cash for honours or cash for favours incidents, I found even more which I did not even know about before. The problem with Charles saying that he was unaware and Michael Fawcett taking the fall for the Mahfouz incident and thereby just simply pushing the blame on Fawcett and ignoring Charles is that other previous incidents did not involve Michael Fawcett. And here are just a few of the other incidents or stories which made the headlines over the last few years. In 2013, there was the scandal involving Ben Elliott, Camilla's cousin, and him selling candlelight dinners and access to Charles. Now, one of the people he sold access to was Muhammad Amersi, who's about 61 and who paid a £15,000 annual fee to Ben Elliott's company quintessentially to retain membership, which promised access to influential people. He gave approximately £750,000 to the Tories and donated 1.2 million to the Prince's charities, and as a result ended up at events at Prince Charles's London residence and others. Then in 2020, there was Dmitry Lyus, a Russian who made a six-figure contribution to Charles's foundation to fund Charles's vanity project, Dumfries House. There would have been no scandal, but then COVID and the lockdown struck, and Dmitry did not get the access to Charles which he was promised, and then he wanted his money back. In 2019, there was the drama involving Charles and the Chinese businessman Bruno Wang. And again, it involved Dumfries House. This time at an unveiling of a plaque as part of the opening of a wellness centre at Dumfries House, which Charles said was made possible by the generosity of Bruno Wang. Bruno Wang, who usually keeps a low profile, had his photograph taken with Prince Charles. The problem, however, was that Mr. Wang is a wanted man in Taiwan, where he is sought for money laundering and is considered a fugitive from justice. And added to that is a possible suspect in the murder of a Navy captain. Bruno Wang's sister Rebecca has been described as a friend of Prince Charles. And then last year, the involvement of fixer Michael Wynne Parker became known when a memo of his was printed in the media. Through this memo, it became clear that Wynne Parker was offering access to Charles for a hefty £100,000, the bulk of which would go to the Prince's Foundation, or then the balance of £100,000 minus his commission was to be given to the foundation. And then, of course, there was Dr. Bin Mahfouz, and that story you already know. That makes it 5 incidents which made it into the headlines. Now, how many others were there? And how could Charles not have known, seeing that he knows Ben Elliot personally, wrote to Dimitri Lears, was photographed with Wang, and allegedly knows his sister, worked with Fawcett daily, had dealt with Wynne Parker previously, had met with Mahfouz a number of times, and met with Muhammad Amirsi a number of times. It is just not possible that he could not have known or not have been involved to a certain extent. Besides which, he is the president, and therefore he should be aware of what's going on in his charities and his business. Now, I meant to speak to you about the Prince's British Asian Trust sooner, and I still will, but for now, it is my opinion that not only should the Prince's Foundation be looked into, but also the British Asian Trust and the Prince's Trust International and the Prince's Trust USA. But we'll talk about that some other time. Until we meet again on the next video, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.